Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cookie dough cake. Let's begin. So to start on the recipe, you want to make the cookie dough. Get yourself a large baking tray and onto it place your flour, getting it spread out as consistently as possible. Then you can put that into your preheated oven and bake for around 10 minutes or so. So while your flour is baking, you can start making the main cookie dough. So place your butter, your light brown sugar and granulated sugar into a bowl and mix until they are well combined. Don't forget to give the bowl a good scraping down to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. Then you can start to add the milk and vanilla mixture, a little at a time, mixing until it's fully incorporated, being careful not to scramble the mixture by adding it all in one go. Take your time and add it little by little. So once that is done, you can then add in your icing sugar, add it all in one go and mix until it's fully incorporated. Next you can add in all of the flour. You'll want to allow it to cool a little bit before you use it, and then you can just throw in the chocolate chips and mix until it's all fully incorporated, being careful not to over mix at this stage. So there you go, that's how you make a simple edible cookie dough. And then for the balls of cookie dough, you can either scoop up a single ball for a small one, which is what I use, or you can scoop up 2 scoops and roll them into a bigger ball. I personally recommend using just the one ball, but that's up to you. So to start on the cake, you'll want to place your butter and your granulated sugar into a bowl and beat the two together until they are well combined. You'll know when they're ready as they'll be lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. Once they're lighter and fluffier, you can then start to add your eggs one at a time, beating well in between each addition. So once all of the eggs have been incorporated, you can give your bowl a good scraping down just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. Next you can add in the dry ingredients, passing them through a sieve first just to remove any lumps that may be in the dry mix, as some dry mixes are quite prolific for having lumps in them, but just pass it through a sieve and you'll be fine. And for your chocolate chips, you'll want to place them in a bowl or a container and add a tablespoon of flour and then just stir them or shake them until the chocolate chips are coated. Then get your mixer started to mix in the flour, and once the flour has been worked in, you can then add in your chocolate chips. You can do it at the same time, but I like to add the flour first, then the chocolate chips, but feel free to do it whichever way works best for you. So once your cake batter is done, you can then give your bowl another good scraping down just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. Then you can take your cake batter and divide it between your 2 6-inch cake tins. All the information you need will be on the blog post, and I will make sure that that is linked down below, so don't forget to go and check that out. So once the cake batter is divided between your 2 cake tins, you can then level them off as best as you possibly can. I use an offset spatula, but feel free to use whatever you got. So making the buttercream is really easy. Into your mixing bowl, place your butter and beat that for around 5 to 7 minutes until it's lighter and fluffier. Add in your first weight of icing sugar, being careful not to make it explode and look like an explosion. And repeat that with the second stage, and then you should end up where you are now. And then you can give the bowl a good scraping down just to incorporate any bits that haven't been fully worked in. Don't forget you can flavour it other than vanilla, but I went with vanilla for this cake. Then you can transfer the buttercream into another bowl. So to assemble the cake, you'll want to get your cakes that have been trimmed and just place onto your cake board or plate, securing in place with a small amount of buttercream that you'll just want to spread out and press it down so it secures in place. So onto your first layer of cake, you'll want to place your vanilla buttercream and spread it out using either your spatula or a small offset palette knife. Just get it as level as possible. Then you can sandwich it together with the second layer of cake, pressing down just to apply a little bit of pressure to secure it in place. Then you can start to give the cake a crumb coat. I went a little bit heavy with the crumb coat, but feel free to just do one coat if you are confident, but I always do a crumb coat where I possibly can. So don't forget to allow the cake time to be in the fridge. I normally give it between half an hour and 45 minutes. This is just so the buttercream has time to firm up. So once the cake has had its chill in the fridge, you can then take it out and give it its final layer of icing. Be as liberal as possible with the buttercream, as you don't want to skimp out at this stage. Get as smooth as possible, but then again, you don't have to if you don't want to. I went with quite a rustic finish as I didn't want to make it look perfect, because you haven't really got time around this time of year to be making everything look perfect. Then around the bottom of the cake, I just put some chocolate chips and just press them in place. As you can see here, it's not even, it's not level, but hey, it is what it is. So then with the cookie dough balls that we made earlier on, you can then start to place them on top. I worked my way from the outside inwards, but feel free to work your way from the inside out, whichever way works best for you. Again, I went from the outside in, but that's what works best for me. And this step is completely optional, but I drizzle over some Nutella, which is just in the piping bag. There's only a bit left and I didn't want to waste it, so I thought why not put it on the top, and it actually does add a bit of a decorative flair. And the cake has had some time to chill in the fridge, and then you can cut yourself a slice. So I just cut a portion out. It's more than one portion, but hey, who's counting calories over Christmas? Because I ain't. And then you can put it on a plate and present it to your family and friends. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me. And I'll be back again in 2 days time with a final episode of Bakemas 2019. For any of the recipes that you've seen during Bakemas so far, I will leave a link down below to a playlist, and you can go onto the individual video or onto the blog and check from there. Links for social medias will be in the description as well. Everything you need will be in the description of the video. That's all for today. Bye guys.